What is up, everybody? Michael here today, and we're watching how Marvel revived its franchise in 5 minutes. And bro, if you ask me, they kinda did. Cause at first, on the first trailer with Steve, I was like, bro, y'all can't be serious. Y'all ain't think we about to just run to the theaters because you just show us Steve with his baby. I was like, you need more than that. Then they showed us Thor. They brought back the Thor that I actually like, bro. Infinity War Thor with the haircut. That was the perfect version of Thor, if you ask me. Like he had some comedic moments, but he was more serious. And man, he was spitting too. He was like, man, just give me the strength for one more enemy. I was like, now they writing, now they writing. And then they gave us the X-Men, specifically Cyclops being Cyclops, bro. I was like, bro, they bringing about they bring about that 97 Cyclops, bro. X-Men 97. And then I think the last one was Wakanda and Fantastic Four. That was cool, but X-Men probably was the best one. Because I was like, this is Cyclops that everybody been yearning for, bro. So yes, they did revive their franchise in like 5 minutes, because now I hype again. I wasn't hyped for Marvel for a minute, bro. At least like 2 years. Fantastic Four, I went to see that. It was cool. It wasn't bad like everybody said it was. It was just a good movie. But other than that, what is that? What's that? Oh, it's birds. Um, other than that, I wasn't really excited. But now, hell yeah.
Ever tried reviving an entire cinematic universe in less than 5 minutes? Yeah, me neither. But after watching 4 minutes and 57 seconds worth of teasers on
Man,
repeat for the last week,
Marvel did their
I
thing,
found
bro.
3 crazy details, each hidden deeper than the
They actually
last,
listened to the
that
fans.
managed to fix
Who knew?
almost every mistake Marvel made after Endgame,
I'm such a dick.
while also hinting at the plot of Doomsday and even the return of the Infinity Stones. So strap in as I try to convince you that Marvel is finally back.
Look what
For real
happens
this
when you
time.
actually listen to the
Color.
fans.
It's every time, everywhere, and
Color
yet
for
we often
sure, bro.
forget its importance in giving life and a unique vibe to a movie. The problem is that just a few years before these scenes came out, Marvel had kind of forgotten too. Remember when each Marvel movie used to have its distinct color palette, crazy looking scenery, and
Very true.
surprisingly good readability in battles where the sheer number of colors on screen should have given you a seizure? Well, just a
Endgame
few
was a
years
real
after
test,
Endgame
bro.
released and Marvel started putting quantity over quality, yes, I'm looking at you, and you,
Yeah.
and you, and you. An unnecessarily high percentage of Marvel projects were either so bright and colorful that it gave the feeling Disney Channel was in charge of the color grading, and sometimes even the script,
I no longer go by the name Astrid.
Bro,
I'm
that
now
this
known
was
as
terrible,
Astrid.
bro.
or
Bro,
so dull and
what?
desaturated that the only thing giving color or any sort of emotion to the production were explosions or cosmic powers.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, Marvel appears to have learned from their mistakes, and they went a lot further than just color correction. Let's
Yes,
do a test.
sir.
If I were to blur every single one of the Doomsday teasers and completely cut out all of the audio, what words would you use to describe these scenes? Maybe warmth and peace for the first one, suspense, mystery, and or death for these two, and for
Yeah.
this last one, well, I have no clue what this big yellow man in pajamas is doing in the desert. The point is, unless you're colorblind and you have no clue what I've been talking about for the last 2 minutes, not only that Marvel went back to their old ways of playing with tones to
Magenta,
convey
pink,
emotion, set the
gray,
scenes, and make
teal.
some unexpected contrasts. What is this thing? But they've also been developing their characters and stories with color
actually how
in
the
a
thing
very
looks.
unexpected way. And Marvel's latest projects like Fantastic Four First Steps,
I
Guardians
actually
Volume
liked it.
3, The New
Didn't watch
Avengers,
Guardians,
Daredevil Born
Volume
Again,
3.
and now Avengers Doomsday, you can clearly see how colors are treated just as importantly and professionally as they are in every Christopher Nolan film. And that's because
Yeah.
color can also tell stories. If used correctly, that is. If we look at what could be
Ah, man,
considered
jeez,
saturated
so
or
that's the
bright looking films,
I am soaking wet right now.
like Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy,
the
and
last
Thor Love and
Deadpool was too
Thunder,
much, bro.
we find that
I
while
was
the
like,
first two use the
there's only
saturation
so
to
much
give
gay
the
jokes that
comic
you could tell,
accurate
bro.
space and futuristic or retrofuturistic vibe of the movie, The other does it in a jokeful and goofy looking manner that takes all of the seriousness
I
out of
hated Thor:
well,
Love and Thunder,
everything.
bro, that
This wouldn't be a
pissed me
problem
off,
if you
bro.
were making a Deadpool movie, but
Especially
since
because they
Attack of
have the
Thunder
Zeus and
isn't
everything, they just
supposed
make
to
him a joke.
brain
Oh, that
damage,
ooh,
it just feels off. On the flip side, there's the dark and
that's what
desaturated
really make
movies
me
and
mad. You got
shows
the
like
Pantheon, you making it
Avengers,
a joke.
Daredevil Born Again, and Secret Invasion. Two of them use the darkness to reinforce the loneliness, the traumas, and the literal dark sides of the characters, while also giving contrast to suits like Sentries, Daredevils, Kingpins, and that creepy yellow
The
chicken.
Thunderbolts,
Need to tell
it was
them
alright. It was good.
Secret Invasion, on the other hand, uses
Secret
blacks,
Invasion.
grays, and darkness to make
It
what's
started off
probably the
good,
most
but then it
boring,
was like, what
uninteresting,
is
and
going on?
forgettable show I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
So hopefully you're enjoying this video. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It means a lot.
I might, you know,
So yes,
making a
colors look
pretty good
better,
video.
more serious and dramatic. But I'm pretty sure color grading isn't Marvel's main secret weapon to make Doomsday beat Endgame. That's what the characters are for. I'm
yeah.
not gonna ignore the fact that a big reason Doomsday is hyped as much as it is because of the
Robert.
characters we're expecting to see returning. I mean, there's a reason a 5.5-hour live stream showing Chairs got 275 million views.
Wow.
The question here is whether Marvel is gonna do all of these characters justice or not.
They better,
Good luck for
bro.
us. This next detail manages to answer that very same question with the cherry on top. Let's play a game. The Russo brothers specifically said that these are not trailers, but rather clues and stories. So before we get to the clues part in the last chapter, try to follow the story I'm about to tell you. And if you want a cookie, see if you can find the one word or characteristic that you would use to describe this story. Okay, ready? Go. This is Steve, a soldier who's only had one real break in his entire career between 1945 and 2011, but who now lives peacefully and gives life to a child, hinting
Mhm.
at the beginning of the story and the only moment of peace the multiverse
That's a
has
super baby now.
before Doom eventually ignites the battle, a battle that Thor is preparing for. The god who played Goofball in the last movie
It's about kids,
and
bro.
should have lost his worthiness just by wearing
The future.
bats, now comes back rehabilitated to
Or
give
like
us
in
a speech
Naruto,
that
the
taught
king,
us that
if y'all
when
know
God is
Shikamaru.
afraid, then we better be frightened.
Who is the king?
Frightened of death. Death comes for us all. Oh wait, my bad.
Death comes for us all.
Symbolized by the destroyed X-Mansion. Destroyed like the brotherhood and dreams that Charles and Eric once had together, that now return in these desperate times for one more game, one more battle before reaching the afterlife. A term Shuri refers to after saying that she's lost everything and how now her duties differ to those of the king. The princess and the outcast now stand as Black Panther and King in front of that thing I don't know the name of. Cool story, right? But did you get the word? If you said anything related to the word changed, I don't blame you if you thought it was literally any other word, then congratulations! You're halfway to getting your cookie. Because I believe Doomsday is supposed to represent change in two very unique ways. Do you think you can guess both?
Mhm.
Listen to this. The X-Men are getting back together. Hey, that sounded like a rock band. Thor is finally repenting his sins. Steve is now a loving father who better be ready to change diapers all day. And the same should apply to every other character whose story was either forgotten or butchered by Marvel.
But
the way,
who's that? Oh,
Thor-
wait.
Sounded like a rock
Calm
band.
down.
Thor
Who's
is
that?
finally repenting his sins. Steve is now a loving father who better be ready to change diapers all day. And the same should apply to every
Lady
other
Death.
character.
Hold on, they got Lady Death in this? Isn't that so? I know a little bit about the comics. I know Thanos in the comics. He was doing all the stuff with the Infinity Stones and all that just to see Lady Death, to take on a date basically, to marry her. But is that actually Lady Death? Because I have not watched all the Marvel stuff for sure. So okay, cool. Moon
story
Knight,
was either
Shang-Chi.
forgotten or
Shang-Chi
butchered by Marvel.
got
By
done
the way,
dirty,
you
bro.
don't count, okay? You can stay as dead and forgotten
Yeah,
as you
please.
are. Blame What If, and thank you very much.
Because she
As
was
you can
cool in the
see,
first whatever,
the
but
change
then they
has
keep
to
on
do
bringing the
with
back out
each
of that.
character. But their story isn't the only thing that changed. These guys look different. No, I don't mean they just got older.
They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
But from Cyclops' comic-accurate suit and their normal-looking Thor armor, we
Yep.
can see that Marvel has finally listened to our requests and is doing their best to give us what we deserve.
Oh, I
from a
can't wait for Spider-Man Brand New Day,
multi-billion-dollar
bro.
company.
I don't care what
That
nobody
right there
talking about.
is the
It's
second
not gonna
type
be
of
good.
change I was
Suck your
referring
mother.
to. Marvel once lived and thrived in peace, later battled through some rough years, then death came as it does for us all, but they ended up refusing to stay dead, so they started listening to the fans, canceled a lot of projects to put quality over quantity.
I don't know why they
got
canceled Blade,
producers,
though.
Writers and artists
What was the reason people love Blade?
You looking for this?
Yes, we were. Oh, and this too. You're welcome. So great. Characters seem to be a big part of the movie. Duh. However, what is color and characters just appearing on a screen without
That's
a
like
story
I've seen
to
every
follow?
time, bro.
At the end of each of the 4 teasers, plus an Instagram post made recently, 5 secret codes flash on the screen right before the Doomsday Countdown begins that people have interpreted as timestamps. Some say they're from Iron Man 1, Infinity War, or that they're gibberish and we're going crazy. And yeah, maybe we are. But if we take these first numbers as hours and minutes and link them to the exact scenes in Avengers Endgame, they give us some interesting clues that reveal something crazy about the potential plot
Oh,
of
we
the movie.
deciphering stuff now.
So let's go through them, shall we? The first timestamp sends us to this scene, where the Ancient One explains the consequences of time travel to Bruce. This is probably the most important out of all the scenes, but I'll explain why later. For now, just know that these two are specifically talking about the Time Stone. The next timestamp takes us
Bro,
to
this
this
the
scene from
Marvel
the
I
Time Heist.
love, bro.
Not the
Where they
scene
used to be
Loki
doing
is
stuff like this.
escaping, not quite the America's ass shot, but exactly at the 1 hour and 17 minute mark, where we get a clear shot of both Loki's staff and the Tesseract, also known as the Mind and Space Stones. The third clue is a bit harder to spot, but it still works. Listen to what Rocket says here.
And when she's not looking, suck out the Infinity Stone and help me get
This time, Rocket is referring to the Reality Stone him and Thor were sent to retrieve.
To the Infinity
The fourth and
Stones.
final timestamp takes us to this meeting, where wouldn't you know it, the only 2 stones mentioned inside of that 1 hour and 4 minute mark are the Power and Soul Stones. The only 2 remaining from the bunch. What
Oh,
is
Marvel
left to
really
mark
on
this
it now.
theory as
They had a
proven?
meeting
Final scene
this year.
that although some say it has to do with the glove Clint took from the past referencing time alteration, I can't help but think it's a lot less complicated than that, because just a few seconds before the end of the 1 hour and 1 minute mark, the camera conveniently pans across all 6 Infinity Stones. Could this be a coincidence?
I
Especially
think
if there are
not.
no repeats, all of the scenes coming from the same movie that's
Incredibles.
supposed to be a prequel to Doomsday, and the last timestamp conveniently showing all 6 stones, I think a better question to be asking here is, why the stones? Weren't these reduced to atoms and deemed as paperweights in the grand scheme of the multiverse? Yes,
The
but that
TVA.
doesn't mean they
I actually
can't
watched
still
Loki.
be
Loki was
useful
good.
in a very particular way. Thanks to the comics, we know that Doomsday is probably going to end with the creation of Battleworld, an amalgamation of a world Doom created after the multiverse collapsed due to the incursions, which happen when 2 universes get so close to each other that they and everyone dies. But Doom can't just play God Emperor and create a planet just like that. So that's where the stones come in. Maybe. In the comics, Doom steals the powers of the Beyonder, powers that literally go beyond those of entities such as the Living Tribunal or
God
Eternity.
damn.
So yeah, he's pretty strong. But so are the Infinity Stones, which leads me to assume that maybe these will have something to do with the creation of this Fight Club of his. What? Oh, Battleworld, right. The thing is that the 616 stones are Quantumania size, and either the Beyonder will simply appear in Doomsday, or Doom will use Franklin Richards' power, because if the kid can rewrite reality,
That
I
dude
don't
was
think
powerful,
making Earth 2
Franklin
should be
Richards.
a problem. But hey, that's just a theory. My theory. So tell me what you think, and cut. And if
Hey,
you want to know how
I like
close
the
we
video,
are to
bro.
becoming-
Listen, Marvel getting back to what they used to do, bro. Putting in hints, having bro, y'all know what I talking about, bro. Actually listening to the fans, bro. When you get back to your roots, bro, people will come and support, bro. But when you start with all these agendas and all these political agendas, it's like people get turned off. You have political agendas and all that in real life all the time. People do not go to the movies for your gender wars or politics or what. People go there to be entertained. The same thing with sports. Nobody wants to see that. I came here to turn off my brain and be entertained, bro. And that's what Marvel lost. Marvel, for some odd reason, was listening to the blue haired people and was just like, okay, we need to put representation there, representation there. It just needs to be about women. It's like, bro, please, bro, nobody's going to watch that. Sorry, bro. I don't want no politics in my stuff, bro. I'm trying to be entertained, bro. Tell a story. Give me good characters. Give me good writing, and I'll write. You don't even have to have the best visuals. Just give me decent visuals, and I will be all right, bro. And I think that was the fans. It was like, first of all, Marvel had top tier graphics. They had top tier writing. Bro, Thanos, every sentence that came out of Thanos' mouth for like 2 movies was a quote, bro. I was like, God damn, they writing in there. Come on, bro. Bro, the writers, bro, the pens was on fire, bro. Y'all got me. Y'all got me. Listen, I was already a Marvel fan, and y'all just disappoint me. But I always ready to come back, for sure. If you make a good product, I will come back. Anyway, guys, it's your boy Michael. If y'all want more videos like that, comment, like, and subscribe down below. And I'll just get them on to you.